Hello, my frugal friends. I'm here at our Aldi store in Palm Springs, waiting for them to open. They're opening in about 5 minutes. It's almost 9 o'clock. So many of you over the years have asked me why I don't shop at Aldi. And one of the reasons is because they open so late. 9 a.m. is late for me. I'm an early bird, and I love shopping early to avoid the traffic and to avoid all the crowds in the stores. That's why I love Walmart, which is right across the street. They open at 6 a.m., so I can be in and out of Walmart. I could be back at home by 7 a.m. before most people are even out of bed. So it's just really nice to be able, especially in the summer when it's so hot. Right now, I'm sitting in the car. It's 102 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning. So that's one of the reasons that I prefer shopping at Walmart to Aldi. I've got my list of all the things that I normally buy each week at Walmart, and I'll see how many I can find here. I've got my quarter with me. That's the other thing that's weird. You have to remember to bring a quarter with you so you put a quarter in the slot so you can take out a basket and use it. And who these days keeps quarters in their pockets? So you have to remember to bring your quarters. I guess I'm going to have to start leaving if I come here on a regular basis. I'm going to have to start leaving quarters in my car. So let's go in and see what I can find today. Fingers crossed.
Welcome to your Palm Springs Aldi. It's first thing you see as soon as you come in the door, pizza. Must be popular. I couldn't figure out how to get this. I put my quarter in, but I couldn't figure out. I didn't know you're supposed to detach it here, so I had to come in and get someone in here to come out and help me get the basket. So it took like 5 minutes just to get my basket out. Is that 69 cents each? That's a good price. 33% off fresh produce. I wonder what that means. Alright, so if that's really 69 cents, that's a little bit better than Walmart, which I think is usually about 70 cents. And these are a little bit bigger though. So I got 3. Well, I'm glad there's not many people here yet. Alright, so what is this? $1.76 for 3 of these? They seem a little bit on the small side. Well, those seem about right. $1.76. I don't know. I don't usually buy them in 3s, so I don't know if that's a good price or not. $2.49. Alright, I'm going to try to stay focused on just the things that I normally buy. Alright, so yeah, I think the iceberg lettuce now at Walmart is up to $2 or over $2. So that's a good price. Romaine for $1.99. That's a good price. I'm going to get one of these as well. There's the 2 iceberg. $1.29 pound for grapes. I think that's a good price. This is pretty much the same price as Walmart. I usually get one of these for my cereal. 46 cents for bananas. I think that's cheaper. I think Walmart is up to 55 cents now a pound for bananas, so that's a good price. I can't remember now the price of the dried blueberries at Costco, but they were a huge package. This is very, very tiny. That's all that's in there for $2.59. I'll have to go back and look at my Costco video and see what the prices were. I think it was probably much better than here for the blueberries. Now, I bought some fresh blueberries at Walmart last week, and they were horrible. They tasted like little tiny lemons. They were just so sour, not sweet at all. The price of the salad dressing is good, but they don't have the kind that I like or the flavor that I like. But $1.79, that's a good price. Much lower than Walmart, if I remember correctly. Wow, this is a really good price for cantaloupes. They're almost $3 at Walmart. Like $2.75, $2.79 or something. Oh, wow. This got electrocuted. Okay, I might have to try one of these. That's a good price. The one I just got actually at Walmart last week was just tasted horrible. It was just, it wasn't sweet at all. It's the only reason I hesitate to get another one. You would think in summer this would be the season and these would be really tasty and sweet, but not so much last week. There's so much static in here, I keep getting shocked. Man, I hate that. $3.29, I think that's a pretty good price. I think these are almost up to around $5 or so at Walmart now. I'm really surprised at all the prices here. Everything is really well priced. $2.29 for cookies. Yeah, maybe this is a little bit smaller than the ones I get at Walmart. I think I'll try these. There's not as many in here, but that seems like a pretty good price. And these buns, didn't I just look at these similar buns at Walmart for, weren't they around $2 for hot dog buns last week? No, I just bought some of these at Dollar Tree yesterday for $1.25, and they were actually good. I wonder if they had the same number of cookies or the same weight. It's 13 ounces, not much more than Dollar Tree. And it's funny, they even have the cheese puffs here, but it looks like a much smaller bag than what I got. And it's $1.79 instead of $1.25 that I paid yesterday. 8 ounces. Yeah, maybe the other one was 8 ounces. I'll have to go back and see, but this is definitely more expensive than Dollar Tree. Oh, good, rice cakes. I was hoping they would have rice cakes here. Wow, only $2.15. They're like $3.50, $3.60, $3.75 at Walmart. Okay, I'm really surprised. Pleasantly surprised. I had no idea the prices were so good here. These tortilla chips, $1.89. They're over $2 at Walmart. I guess this is the fun aisle of things that come and go. These are their Halloween decorations, Halloween decor. It smells good. The candles, there must be candles around here somewhere. It smells really, really nice. I guess it's these. I was looking around for candles, and it must be these. Oh man, it smells so good. $8. That's pretty expensive, but I guess for a giant candle. Maybe if we put this out. Oh, wait, is that just a light? It's not even a real candle. It's a light. Interesting. All right, Bounty here for 22 is $20. I'll have to double check what we've been paying for that. This is what we normally get, but I can't remember what we pay. Looks like they have their own brand of the oat cereal, the crispy oat cereal too, $1.69. So all of these are around the same price. It's $1.75, I think, at Walmart, and Dollar Tree is still the best deal, I think, on these. They don't really have much in the way of soup, but it does look like it's around the same price as Walmart. Their beans are a little bit cheaper, though. Yeah, I keep getting shocked. 85 cents. I think over at Walmart they're 95 cents. Oh, wait, green beans. Yeah, so pretty close. Corn, I don't know if these are the same size, but 84 cents. I think that's around the same as Walmart. Really, they don't have much in the way of beans either, do they? What do they have here? Chili beans, black beans. So their organic black beans are 99 cents. So that's around the same, maybe a little bit more than Walmart. All right, so beans, canned goods are about the same. So they also have something similar to Walmart's Twist Up for 99 cents. And I'm happy to see that they've got the cans for $3.79. That's cheaper than Walmart, which was $4 something. Oh wait, but is this sugar-free? Caffeine-free, but no. This is probably the sugar-free here. Well, maybe... No, this is Diet Cola. Yeah, so maybe they don't have this in sugar-free. That's a shame. I think this is about the same price as Walmart, maybe even a little bit better. Just going to get one of these. Oh, I forgot to get my broccoli. I'm going to go back. Their selection isn't maybe quite as large as Walmart in a lot of these areas, but so far I've been able to find almost everything that I normally get at Walmart, so that's been a nice surprise. I get broccoli every week, and this is $1.67 per pound. It's interesting how they have these packaged. $2.60. Are they all about the same weight? $2.39. Seems like I usually get a little bit more than that. Actually, let me get a couple of these. I eat a lot of broccoli. I didn't see cottage cheese, so I must have missed it. I'll have to go back here by the cheese for the dairy. And also I better check my list on my phone again. They have a pretty small meat section, but that's okay since I don't eat meat very often.
I finally found the cottage cheese. It's kind of a small section. It looks like there's only this one size here, or this one brand. I think this is pretty close to the same price as Walmart. Walmart might be just a little bit higher. And here's what I've got in my basket so far. I only drink non-fat milk. I'm glad to see they do carry it here. And I prefer the lactose-free non-fat milk, even though it is more expensive usually. But it does last a lot longer. Usually it lasts a month or more. Where the regular non-fat milk starts going bad within a week, typically. Unfortunately, all I see here today is the whole milk and 2% milk, no fat-free, when it comes to the lactose-free. I don't know if they don't carry it at all or if they're just out of it today. I can almost always get the fat-free at Walmart across the street though. When it comes to expiration dates, I'm usually not that concerned when it comes to most food items, but when it comes to milk, the expiration dates are very important. Milk just spoils so fast. I'm lucky if my milk lasts a week these days, before going bad and turning sour. And unfortunately, I'm just now noticing that their non-fat milk has already expired. So I won't be getting milk here today, and that means I'm going to have to make another trip back to Walmart, I guess, just to pick up the milk that I need for the week. It doesn't look like they have self-checkout here either, which is, for me, a negative. I always prefer to ring up my own groceries. I don't like other people touching all my groceries. Yeah, and this is different. I've never seen anything like this before. I guess after they scan all your groceries, then you come over here to this really long counter where you bag them up yourself. And returning the basket is also kind of awkward. You have to take your groceries out of the basket, be able to push the basket underneath the other basket, and you have to put your bags on the ground while you're trying to figure out how to get your 25 cents back. It's definitely a whole new experience shopping here, but I did get my quarter back, so I feel like I learned something new today. I'm sure the employee who helped me earlier was probably thinking to herself, if I have to help one more senior citizen try to figure out how to use these baskets, I'm going to have to go find a new job. I just checked my weather app and it is 110 degrees right now. On days like this, I'm sure glad I don't buy ice cream anymore. Well, I made it home from Aldi's without melting, so all I can say is thank goodness for air conditioners. You know, right up until the very end, I was so happy. I was really enjoying shopping at Aldi. I had my list on my phone, my grocery shopping list of everything I needed for the week. I think I have about 10 items that I get every single week at Walmart. And then, there are other items that I get depending on the week, but there's just sort of staples that I always get that I eat every week. And Aldi had every one of them until I got to the very end, until I got to the milk section. And as I mentioned in the store, I checked all of the dates. Thankfully, I checked all the expiration dates, and all the milk, all the non-fat milk had already expired. That was really, really disappointing. Oh, so I didn't mention what the price was. So my total came to $32.52. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that, which is not bad. So I was hoping by the time I got almost to the end, I thought, well, maybe I'll just start shopping here instead of Walmart because their prices are lower. Mostly just a little bit lower, some quite a bit lower. But then when I discovered that I couldn't get milk, now I'll give it another try. Maybe they just happen to be out of the non-fat, lactose-free milk this week. So I'll go back next month and see. Or maybe some of you will know. Do they carry it at your store? The lactose-free, zero, totally fat-free milk? And I'll check back and see if, maybe it was just a fluke that all of their non-fat was expired this week. I'll give it another try and see. But now this means I have to make another trip to Walmart. I have to go back to Walmart, which is across the street from Aldi, but I had cold stuff, and in this heat, there's no way I could have kept the cold stuff in my ice chest. It still would have been melted by the time I got home if I went across the street and got the milk while I was there. So in the summer, maybe in the winter I could do that. Maybe I could hit both places. I don't really necessarily like doing that. It's a lot of effort. I just want to go to one place each week to buy my groceries, and then, I can shop at Costco or Sam's Club or the Dollar Tree for little items here and there, just things, fun things, snacks and things that I don't have to have. They're just extras because they're a good price. But on my weekly trip to the grocery store, I want to be able to get everything. And Aldi's just a lot smaller than Walmart, and the selection is a lot smaller. But surprisingly, they did have almost everything, except the milk and maybe the cereal and a couple of other items that I could probably live without. So anyway, it was sort of a mixed bag for me, kind of one thumb up, one thumb down. But I think what I'll do, I'll just treat Aldi from now on instead of as a regular place to shop on a regular basis like I do at Walmart. I'll still go to Walmart every week for my basics, my necessities, the things I have to have. And then maybe once a month, like I do at Costco and Sam's Club and the Dollar Tree, I'll visit Aldi just to see if they have any special deals, any special prices, any good deals that I can't find at Walmart. What do you guys do? What do you think? I mean, are you able to get everything that you need at Aldi every week? Do you have an issue where you live with the milk as well? Share with us in the comments as always. And I really want to thank all of you who suggested that I shop at Aldi's. It definitely was worth the trip, and I'll definitely keep going back, even if it's just for special items that might just be on sale. So if you haven't already subscribed, just remember it's free, just like all the best things in life. So thanks for joining me today, everybody, and I'll see you next time.